For our standing, catching ourselves exercises, chair is here for support if you need it. Remember to do only what is safe and comfortable for your body. We are kind of mimicking if we were to lose our balance, but we don't want to fully lose our balance. So it's just a little bit of the mimicking so we can get the movement patterns, and we're not looking to stomp down really hard. We want to make sure we protect our joints. So it's really just the movements that we are working on to become more natural and automatic in our bodies. The first one is our catching ourselves if we fall forward. I'm going to give you the side view. So I have the chair here for support. Option one, especially if you have any balance challenges for today, you'll keep the fingertips onto the top of the chair. And I'm standing as far as I can away from the chair where I still have my fingertips in contact with the chair. I'm standing up tall. I'm bracing through the core. So our core is such an important part of catching ourselves if we happen to lose our balance. So make sure you're engaging through those core muscles with that good posture. And then from here, let's separate the feet about hip bone distance apart. I'm slowly going to shift my weight more towards the balls of the feet and even the toes. You might feel the toes start to grip a little bit, and I feel a little bit of lightness in the heels. We're going to work with one leg first. We'll do that first leg a few times. So I'm shifting a little bit forward. And then when I kind of find that little tipping point, I'm just going to step my right foot forward to catch myself. And I'm still maintaining that strong core, soft bend in both knees, and a very gentle stepping with that right foot. So we'll stand up tall, start that little shift of the weight, doesn't have to be too much, and then step forward, land. So our body is absorbing all the shock of stepping forward, but it is a very soft step forward. Let's do one more time with the fingers on the chair. So standing up tall, bracing through the core, draw the weight a little bit forward, soft bend in the knees, and then stepping forward and landing softly. Really make sure you can feel the work of those legs. If you do have any joint concerns though, please feel free to modify, back off, or even skip. Even just practicing stepping forward at a quicker pace can be helpful. So let's add the arms only if this is safe for you to do so. Remember, feel free to keep the hand on the chair the whole time if you need to. So with the arms, same thing, soft bend in those knees, bracing through the core, start to feel the weight draw forward. And as I step forward, I'm just going to throw my arms up, throw my arms and my hands up, kind of to protect the face and the head. So let's come back, stand tall. Remember, we're not trying to fall forward. It's just a little bit of momentum so we can get used to that feeling of drawing ourselves forward, and then we'll step forward and use the arms to catch ourselves. Let's do that a few more times. Start to draw the weight forward towards the balls of the feet. Step forward in a soft but quick way as best as you can. Let's do two more times, and leaning forward, step forward, and then one last time, leaning forward, and then stepping forward. All right, let's move over to now the left leg. So we'll first start with that option one, if you'd like, with the fingertips onto the chair, stand up tall, shift the weight a little bit forward, and then step with the left foot forward. So depending on which leg is dominant, one side might feel a little bit more comfortable. So we'll stand up tall, lean forward, and then step it forward, catch ourselves. Notice if you have a tendency for the toes to drag, and it also depends on the type of floor you're having or the floor that you have. So be mindful of that as we lean forward and lift and step. So if you do have a tendency to drag your toes, think about lifting maybe a little bit higher. Let's add the arms only if this is safe and comfortable for you to do so. Leaning it forward as we step. We're putting the arms forward, and I'm sinking down a little bit. So I'm bending those knees so that I don't have a tendency to come forward. So make sure you have that nice bend in those knees. Lean forward, sinking down, catching ourselves. Let's do a few more times. Lean forward. Go ahead and catch. Couple more times, lean forward. So you should really even feel the ankles and the feet work. Lean forward, and then catch. All right, shake it out. Now let's work towards if we were to feel our weight drawing back behind. For this one, I'm going to turn my back to the back of the chair. Please make sure that the chair, it will not slide if you happen to press it. We don't want to use the chair for our support and it starts to slide away. So from here, option one, I'm standing up tall, and these will just be very little movements here, but just to get the body used to this way of moving. So fingertips on the chair for support, soft bend in those knees. I'm placing more of the weight into the heels. So really feel heavy in the heels. I'm engaging through those core muscles. And then I'm just going to step back. So I'm not going to lean back and catch myself. I'm just going to step back with my right foot. So heavy in the heels of the weight, bend in those knees, and then just step back. Now let's add the arms if you'd like. So maybe you're starting with the arms down by the sides, soft bend in those knees, brace through the core, feel the weight in the heels, and then step back and reach for the chair. And you can place your palms into the chair. Make sure the chair doesn't slide though, please. Let's do one more time like that. Soft bend in the knees, weight in the heels, brace through the core, and then step back and look for that chair. Now let's add the tuck of the chin down. This is to help prevent the head from flying back behind us. So soft bend in those knees, brace through the core, heavy in the heels, step back, arms back, drop the chin down. Let's do that a few more times. Soft bend in those knees, heavy in the heels, and then step back. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. So same thing as when we were doing the forward one, we want to kind of sink down, bending those knees. Let's do 1 more time. All right, and now let's go over to the other side. So we'll first start with just the fingertips on the chair, heavy in those heels, brace to the core, and then step back. And we're kind of landing like little shock absorbers. Let's do that 2 more times, heavy in the heels, and then step back. And one last time, heavy in the heels, and then step back. Let's add the arms if you would like to, and only if this is safe for you to do so. Heavy in the heels, step back, reach for that chair, palms to the chair. Heavy in the heels, brace through the core, step back, reach for the chair. And notice my shoulders aren't further back from my hips. I'm doing my best to keep my shoulders right above my hips. Last time with just the arms. All right. Now let's add the tuck of the chin down towards the chest. So stand up tall, soft bend in the knees, heavy in the heels, brace through the core. And then as we step back, arms back, chin tucks in. Let's do that a few more times. Heavy in the heels. Really find that generous bend in those knees. So we're using the muscles of the legs to catch and stabilize ourselves. Heavy in the heels, step back. Let's do 1 more time. Heavy in the heels, step back, arms back, chin down. All right. So these might feel a little awkward, a little different, but the more that we can do it in a safe way, the more that it can become automatic. So that if we do lose our balance, our arms can come up, our head can be in that proper position, and our feet can catch ourselves. Now we have our side stomps. So I'm going to stand behind my chair with the side of my body to the back of the chair. I'm going to separate the feet a little bit wider than the hips and get a nice generous bend in those knees so I can use my legs as shock absorbers. So from here, I'm going to use my hand onto the chair. I'm going to draw the weight into the foot that is closest to the chair. So the leg that is closest to the chair, and I'm going to lift my opposite heel up. And then the hand will just stay on the chair. This opposite arm can draw out if you would like. And then finding that little tipping point, and then I'm going to, as immediately but still softly, draw my weight into that other foot. It's almost like doing a squat. So I'm bending both knees. I'm keeping that strong core, keeping that lift in the chest. So let's stand up tall again. Have a soft bend in the knees. We'll lift the heel, lean it towards the chair, that safe chair that won't move, and then throw my weight and land in a squat. Nice. Let's do that again. So lean and then throw down. Lean and throw down. Now, if you would like to add the arms and not use the assistance of the chair, you're welcome to do so. We'll just draw the arms out, but the chair is there for support if you need it. So you're leaning and then immediately drawing back. So you don't have to do it as quickly. Do it as quickly as is comfortable for your body. The more you get used to the movements, the more quickly you can do it, as long as that's safe for you. Let's do 2 more times. So I'm leaning, almost like trying to find that point. And then when I find that point, I'm immediately coming back. Last time, leaning, a little balance work. And then that reaction we want is to come back. Find your center of gravity going down towards the floor. Let's move over to the other side. I'll first start with my hand onto the chair. Nice strong stance. And then leaning, lifting the heel, and then drawing myself back. You might feel that little knee-jerk reaction. Leaning, and then drawing myself back, finding that almost like you're landing after a jump. Let's lean, find that point, and then come back. Now, maybe not, if you'd like to go a little bit more, maybe just keep the arm off of the chair, but it's up to you. Finding and then coming back. You'll notice that one side might be a little bit more comfortable. Leaning, and drawing back. Feeling the work of the sideways. Let's do 2 more. Leaning, and then coming back. And then one last time. It's almost like if you're reaching for something and you start to go in that direction, and then you immediately want to come back to center of gravity to the floor. All right. And then go ahead and shake it out.